Today, let's look at the LeetCode problem 56, merge intervals. Given an array of intervals, so intervals is represented by a start and an end point. What this question refers to is basically we have to merge all overlapping intervals, and here we are also assuming that start and end of two intervals are same. For example, 1 3 comma maybe 3 comma 6, then that is also considered to be overlapping. Okay, then basically we have to return, so you can see here, right, 1 3 2 6 8 10 15 18. You can see, right, 1 3 and 2 6 are overlapping. To maybe better understand this problem, whenever like you get problems like this, I would recommend to at least draw this on a number line and see how to solve the problem. One key thing with most of the interval problems are you might have to sort those intervals, thus making it much easier to solve the problems. But this is like a general thing. Okay, there might be other cases, but in most of the cases we might have to sort these intervals. Now let's take our current example, right? The basic question is to find overlapping intervals. Now the moment we draw this on a number line, we can very clearly see which all are overlapping. So if you see here, you can see, right, these two are overlapping. Okay, so now when we overlap, then that means we have to merge these and now give it as a merged interval. So this will end up being 1 comma 6. So that's the idea. Okay, here 8 10, it doesn't overlap with anyone else, so it will remain as 8 10, and the other one remains as 15 18. Okay, now let's just get to the intuition of the problem. So as you can see here, if we once it is sorted, the best case for a like let's assume that this is my start I and end I, or start 1 end 1. Okay, this is a first index basically. Now since it is sorted, the best that this start I can be is equal to, or the best, or whichever way you see it, it could be even the worst. Okay, so the best it can be is equal to 1, or it will be always be greater than 1. So that is one part. But if this value is less than the endpoint of the previous interval, then that means that there is an overlap. And then what we can do is we can take the then these two can be merged, and we can take the max of these two values. Okay, and that together will form the overlapping interval. I hope this is clear. It will be much clearer when we go through the code. So since we needed to sort this, the time complexity will be order of n log n. I will keep the space complexity of order of 1, assuming that the output that we are returning can be considered as not included. Okay, now let's just go through the code. Now let's start. So let this be the out parameter. Okay, now I'll just sort the intervals. Okay, in the ascending order. Okay, now so this will take care of the sorting the intervals. Okay, then what we can do is we'll just put the first index. So 0, and now we'll iterate through the remaining intervals. What we'll do is we'll just take auto and I colon intervals. I'll just go with the 1 onwards. I is equal to 0, I is equal to 1, I less than intervals dot size plus I. Okay, if so, here what we'll do is we'll just check if start of I is, so as I mentioned, the best, the start of I will be either be less than, greater than, or equal to start of I minus 1. Okay, so this is guaranteed. Okay, so if there is an overlap, this will still be the starting point if there is an overlap. Okay, now to check for the overlap, what we do is all that we need to now check is start of I is less than or equal to end of I minus 1. If they are less than or equal to, then it is guaranteed that there is an overlap. Okay, and what we just need to do is now the new interval formed by the two overlapping intervals will be basically start of I minus 1 comma max of end of I minus 1 comma end of I. Okay, now let's just code this up, right? If start of, sorry, I think I have to put it this way, intervals of I 0, which is represented by the start, is less than or equal to out dot back, okay, of end, so that is 1. Then we have an overlap. So what we can do is we can just make out dot back of 1, so that is this condition, okay, is equal to max of out dot back of 1 comma intervals of I 1. Okay, so that should take care of that part. And now the else part is a case where there is no overlap. Then we can just push this back as a new element to the out parameter. So that will be just intervals of I as it is. Now let's just return out. Let's see how it goes. Okay, this looks good. Now, okay, so this looks good. Thanks everyone. Have a good one.